What is going on, you beautiful people? In this video, I'm gonna walk you through something that I never see anybody talk about when it comes to running IG DM ads. And I know the top dogs in the space. I'm actually friends with a few of them. And everybody, even on YouTube, teaching it right now is not doing it the way that I am going to walk you guys through. That'll help you with the end outcome of what you're truly trying to achieve, okay? I'm not gonna walk you through the entirety of what a full-blown IG system looks like. But what I'm gonna make sure I help you do, which is the end benefit, is actually the tracking aspect of saying, cool, where are actually my high qualified people coming from an ad set audience targeting level? And not just that, there's a specific mini chat thing that a lot of people mess up contrary to the keywords and the call to action on the keyword that they're doing on the ads manager parlayed with mini chat, that I don't think they should be doing it that way. And I want to walk you through how I would be doing it. And as a preface, I don't see literally anybody doing it this way. And again, I know the people that you guys probably know, the people in the space, I know them quite well. So having said that, you guys are in for a banger. I'm not going to walk you through everything, but you are going to see some stuff that, again, no one sees. Alrighty, so I already have something built out, but what I want to show you real quick, I'm going to go into this campaign that I already have built. What you guys need to understand as a preface, right, is I've said this in other videos. At the end of the day, everyone's always paying attention to what is my lead cost? What's my lead cost? What's my lead cost? You're not optimizing for leads. Most of you guys should be optimizing for acquisitions, but more so booked calls, right? Because booked calls is really what you can control from a marketing standpoint, you know, using Facebook ads in this example, okay? Well, a lot of the times, even with clients right now, if they haven't ran ads in the past, everyone typically optimizes on lead cost. So what will happen is this ad set will have a lead cost of 5, and this will be like 25, 30. Well, if they're not actually paying attention to the attribution on the back end, they'll go turn these off because this lead cost is the cheapest. And then you come to find out all of the best bookings came from the lead cost that was $25, right? And so we always want to back out our numbers. And what I actually have clients do is you're zapping in all the attribution. And at the end of the week, you look at your calls, you say, cool, well, this was a great call, this was a great call, this is a great call, this is a great call. Where did they all come from? And you're like, oh, interesting. They actually didn't come from the most cheapest. It was actually the most expensive. I would have turned that one off, okay? So you need to understand that mental model to understand why I'm doing it the way I'm doing it, okay? Tracking. Right now, I have a lot of people who are doing this. They will have so many keywords to track specific audiences, but also with specific call to actions. So let me give you an example because I know for a fact that sounded confusing. You guys have probably seen a bunch of ads with like DM me, I'm just gonna use random words because I don't want to start, DM me scale, DM me clients, DM me X, DM me, they'll say DM me the exact keyword, right? Well, if you're running a bunch of different audiences with a bunch of different ads, what ends up happening in the ads manager is you have a shit ton of just random keywords that an ad has to be associated to. And so for me, I'm like, hey, I'm a big proponent of like, how can I simplify absolutely everything, okay? And so what I will do, and this is what you guys should do, is when I'm going to build out a campaign, okay? Let me go ahead and give you this context because you're probably thinking, what does this mean? And then I'm gonna get to the main bullet point. Right now, everybody will just say, DM me a keyword. If you guys know MiniChat, which if you guys are watching this, most of you should. If you don't, you'll get cop to speed when you see the DM ads. Let me know in the comments. I'll create a video on it. Well, if the ad says DM me scale, and then you're in conversation with someone somewhere, and MiniChat is set up on the keyword of scale, there's ways that MiniChat will know that they've already sent it, but it still messes up a lot of the time. And so for me, why not just say hashtag scale, okay? So in every template, messaging template that I'll do, I will put a hashtag in front of it. Keep it super simple. Now, you're probably thinking, well, I don't want to say, hey man, send me hashtag scale. No. That's not what we do. Why? Because every ad I want to create, I want it to be evergreen so that that ad is not just associated to an audience because this audience has that keyword. If I create an ad that says clients, and then my ad set for clients is the interests entrepreneur, well, that ad can only be used for this messaging template audience, right? With contingencies. And so for me, it's like, how can I create something evergreen? And so what I will do is in your messaging templates, guys, everything that I tell people to do is I will bucket up everything. So now this is just an example messaging template. This is something I would probably end up testing and changing. But what I tell people to do is when you're creating ads, the call to action shouldn't just be the keyword. Have it evergreen. Yo, if this sounds interesting, you want to see how it works and if it can work for you, then down below, DM me the exact keyword that you see and then I'll send over more information. Talk soon. So that's the call to action. DM me the exact keyword you see and I'll send over more information. And then I will purposely put this and this to try to quantify, because people do not listen, someone literally just to click the button. And that way mini chat will just fire off, but also, so I can take that same ad and use it in different audiences. So I can use this ad in this audience and in this audience. Okay, now let's talk about the actual target. Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully you guys are with me. So rather than the call to action being a keyword, I will have the call to action be deemed the exact keyword down below. The messaging templates are just random keywords that I'm gonna use to help track where they're actually coming from an audience perspective, but I'm putting hashtag in front so mini chat does not just randomly send off shit. And I'll quantify it here. If I'm doing a qualifier, I'll add the qualifier in here, above 10K a month, etc. Okay. And then I could duplicate. And then like if you were to see, I'm not gonna bore you guys, but if I were to change to see if you use existing, you'll see hashtag clients, hashtag scale, hashtag growth, right? So now let's talk about tracking. So why am I doing it like this? Well, rather than having a bunch of keywords, I can just now have the main audiences be a specific keyword that I'm tracking on the back end. And this one, for example, would be, let's just see what I put. This is just exclusion. This is just a list. Okay. So look like 1%. This is just an open targeting. This one's ASC, advantage audience. Then I have another one that would maybe be an interest stacked influencers, a single interest entrepreneur, maybe behaviors like Facebook page admins, etc. So what happens is now that I can use that same ad across all these, they will DM me the keyword and I will typically see what ad that they sent, that they have. When they DM me the keyword, I can see the ad in which they came from in the actual inbox of Instagram. And so what happens is at the end of the week, okay, when I want to say, hey, which of these are actually doing the best, I can say who booked a call this week that was really good, who actually closed. Cool, let's go look them up on Instagram, boom, boom, boom. What keyword did they send us? Which ad did they come from? So now I can say, oh, they came from growth and they came from direct, okay? Can you still do this the other way? For sure, but the other way requires you to have so many different keywords that you have to create. And then when you create an ad, that ad has to be associated to a specific keyword template. I don't want to have to go through that nuance of my brain having to think that much. No. Now this way, I only need at most 10 keywords. Most, I mean, obviously you can go more, right? We're working towards open. Most that, and then all my ads I can use across the board. And then I do hashtag, right? So that mini chat in conversation will not double fire off everything. And then in the messaging template, again, guys, we are going to DM me. We're going to reiterate it. DM me the exact keyword shown below and I'll send over more information how it works. In the ad, if this sounds interesting and you want to see how it works and if it can work for you, then down below, DM me the exact keyword you see and they'll send over more information. They pop it up, they see the one keyword. You will still have people that will not won't pay attention, they won't listen. Probably shouldn't be clients either way. Food for thought. But for the most part, this will help quantify the success rate of people actually going through the process you want them to go through and mitigate mini chat doing what mini chat does sometimes. I hope that makes sense. I'm going to be honest. If it doesn't, because maybe it doesn't for a handful of you guys, let me know in the comments. Let me know what was confusing and I'll go back and recreate it. But the whole premise of this is how can I simplify the ad account, create evergreen ads, and then at the same time, how can I make my life easier by tracking where they're actually coming from with the other stuff? And then again, the evergreen ad, if that makes sense. Alrighty, I'm done rambling. Hope you guys some value. If you did, let me know in the comments down below. Like, share it, please. And I'll see you in the next one. Love y'all. Peace.